What's up, everybody? This is your host, AC Slater, and you're listening to another episode of that damn podcast, that DC Anime Marvel podcast. And I'm back again with the boys. Say what's up to the people.
What is going on, ladies and gents? Nick Mal, as always, soon to be technical difficulties, that being TECHNICKAL. If you enjoy old games, new games, nonsensical games, feel free to join my channel. Check out me and my friends as we stream some absolute nonsense over on Nick Mal Graham on Instagram, and Nick Mal Stream over on Twitch. And I'll see you on over.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Draw Fitness Lifestyle. If you're into old and new anime with words of affirmation, get you throughout your busy year or week in this year 2025. If you want to get into fitness, get into calorie deficit, calorie surplus, again, be shredded into this busy year that we're going to have or are having in this particular year, feel free to mention me about page my channel, Draw Fitness Lifestyle on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And without further ado, let's get into it.
All right. Let's get into it tonight. I want to start it off. First of all, how you guys doing tonight?
Awesome.
I'm doing pretty good. Got some good news.
All right. Good news.
Yes, sir. Got some good gaming news.
Go.
There you go.
Okay. Now, we're going to kick it off tonight, generally. We're going to hit my first into it. We're going to really talk about a mix of things tonight. Generally, like, I have a lot of topics that I actually want to bring up and stuff. Interesting things, and actually some funny stuff, to some stuff that we can view as well, too. So, mind that. All right, guys. Now, other than that, let's actually get it started, all right? So, like I said, I like to mix mine and stuff like that, so I don't really have a general Marvel anime start. But generally speaking, I am looking at the anime right now, and I want to say a happy belated birthday to Son Goku. All right, Goku's birthday was 2 days ago. All right, this is the canonical birthday of Son Goku. All right, Goku's an Aries, guys. All right, now,
Sir, happy belated.
mhm. Now, some recent anime that went crazy over the weekend got 9.4 One Piece. All right, that was the top episode of the week, followed by an episode called, the episode 7 of an episode 7 called "People of the Moon" by a show called Moonrise, with a 9.2, and Windbreaker season 2 episode 2, the conclusion, got an 8.4. All right, now The Prisoner episode 2 of Fire Force season 3 got a 7.9. Sword of the Demon Hunter got a 7.8 out of 10. That was episode 2. And lastly, Lazarus got a 7.5. All right. Now, there's some episodes that just kind of went, pretty good over the weekend, and they kind of got some acclaim, kind of didn't, or whatever. It is what it is. All right. Now, let's get into some major anime news for tonight. All right. Kingdom season 6 officially announced for October 2025. So if you're a Kingdom fan, wait a few more months and you'll be happy again, all right? Now, the Attack on Titan movie, The Last Attack movie, will stream on Crunchyroll, all right? And it is streaming Thursday at 8 p.m. EDT, all right? Now, this is the last movie that we kind of seen from it. This is the movie that I kind of had a bad taste in my mouth from it. So that's just going to stream on Crunchyroll, guys, if you want to see it on Thursday at 8 p.m., all right? Now, Steel Ball Run, JoJo Part 7 anime adaptation is officially announced. Yes, JoJo is coming out with another season. So if you guys are not JoJo fans, this is a good time to become a JoJo fan because it's coming out with another season. And there's a reason why it keeps getting seasons, all right? It's that rhymes for a reason, so you guys already know it, all right? Now, that means this will have another, I really can't wait till they come out with the game because, to be honest, when you really think about JoJo as a whole and how many adaptations it has, and when it put everything together, with the stands and everything, the stand concept was just crazy when you think about it. Like, the stand concept was just I think one thing that turned people away about JoJo, specifically me, was the artwork. I didn't really like the artwork because they looked like completely like they just looked like Ikimen, like women drew it, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, these is my, like, if you know JoJo, you know what I'm talking about. So it's just like, it kind of just felt like that to me, And I was just like, I didn't really like it at first. And then I actually watched it, I got older, and I was just like, all right, I can dig it a little bit, but I can definitely understand. I can definitely understand the fandom behind of what this show created. Okay. So, other than that, To Your Eternity manga to conclude with volume 25. More news, Tabate Manga funds to start a petition to cancel the Tabate anime adaptation, all right? So they have over 43,000 fans have already signed the petition, okay? Now, I'm not specifically sure why they want to cancel the anime adaptation. We will get back further with that information and everything, but maybe specifically it's bad or whatever. But we're gonna find out what's going on with that, and I'll
And
let you know what's going on.
hate.
Yeah, it is what it is. Fight Force Season 3 English dub premieres tomorrow. All right. So if you guys ready for that show to come out on that English dub, yes, this is the last season of Fire Force. The English dub appears tomorrow, and hopefully they go crazy, because if they don't, well, I'm going to grill them. Now, Attack on Titan receiving more films, okay? Now, and I quote, and it's coming from Tetsuya Kinoshita. We plan to curate films like Last Attack, concerts like this one, and various game collaborations moving forward. Right? Don't really know why. Let this shit die.
I mean, do you think they'll continue it and soon just make a spinoff? Because it just seemed like
Man, bro,
they'll.
you low key kind of have to, because these fuckers left it ended, like they left it open ended by leaving people alive and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but I don't want to see all this bullshit of killing like low key again. It's like I kind of like knowing Aaron did all that shit. It's just like, bro, like I ain't like Aaron Rowley. I didn't want to see you like that, bro. Like, bro, you good. We good on you, dog. You went from everybody's favorite to everybody's hated, dog, that quick. So, not that quick. It took a while, but trust me, bro. You went there. Now, the Chainsaw Man anime, the director is currently working on a Roblox horror game. Right? Don't really know why, but it is what it is. Other than that, My Hero Academia new Your Next movie is coming to Netflix on April 20th, all right? So I can't wait to see that. I already know that it's technically out already and stuff like that, and I could have saw it already, but it is what it is. I can watch it on Netflix, all right? In just a couple days. So it is what it is. So it's on 420? Oh, I'm gonna get high watching that. Huh. That was on purpose. They did that on purpose. All right. Now, Gachiakuta anime premieres this July. All right, we got new visuals. This is coming out as well too. Don't really know what this anime specifically is about as well right now, but I will come with that new information on Tuesday. You guys let you know what this information is about, so you will know. My Hero Academia final season is scheduled for October 2025 as well too. And a samurai tournament battle action anime has been announced. The anime is called Tenkaichi. All right. It's definitely giving like it was maybe like I don't really know who's producing this anime, but it definitely feels Netflix oriented. All right. But let's get into some anime news. I mean, that's anime news, some Marvel news. My bad. Fuck that up. All right. Now, you guys can hear me, by the way?
Loud and clear.
All right. But first, we're actually going to get into a trailer, all right? We're going to watch the trailer, all right? These are a final trailer of the Thunderbolts, and then we're going to get into the official trailer of the Fantastic Four, and then we're going to discuss some things about it and stuff, too. So I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to get into it, all right?
Being a hero, there is no higher calling. Your sister understood something about that.
I should have come back for you.
No. That's just a fairy tale.
I was in high school when the Avengers came. Kind of strange that it's all over now. No one's coming to save the day.
I think we are. We can be the ones that are coming.
But you have the wrong people. We have all done bad things.
Look, I've been where you are. The past doesn't go away. So you can either live with it forever, or you can do something about it. I am the void. Look what you unleashed. You can't outrun the emptiness.
We can't do this. No one here is a hero.
We all have things that we regret.
But I have so many.
Lena, when I look at you, I don't see your mistakes. That's why we need each other.
We can't stop him alone. No one can. But we can find a way. Together.
Marvel Studios Thunderbolts.
Now,
Honestly, I'm on the fence.
actually, I want to discuss that real quick. So, you on the fence, Mike? What you think?
I mean, it sounds like it'd be an interesting film. Definitely a different take from the reports of saying this is similar to Suicide Squad. So I think this will be a different aspect, but very interesting. I'm definitely excited to see this movie.
So my whole thoughts on this is that the fact that the character, like a good number of moments throughout that trailer, the girl's like, "Oh my god, but we made mistakes. We did fucked up things. Oh god." Please tell me she's not going to be one of those characters that the whole movie everybody's coddling her and covering her ass, and then at the end of the movie she's suddenly the fucking hero. Like, please don't do that.
No. This is where this requires a little knowledge to the character. This is Black Widow. That's Black Widow.
Wasn't that other chick Romanov Black Widow? Wasn't there already a Black Widow?
So the way it is you got to watch the movie Black Widow. They're all widows. You know what I'm saying? And basically, like, it's just like she kind of passed her the mantle. She's
It was like basically an organization, but it was more of assassins. And when I guess when you watch Endgame, you will see not only the unfortunate passing of the character, but she in particular takes that mantle onto herself since she knows Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff, so well. So that's why they call her Black Widow. Calls herself Black Widow.
then she's basically another Black Widow. You feel me? Like, like people didn't really have, like, plus she bad. You feel me? But like, we're gonna speak about that specifically, real quick too. I don't know if you guys noticed, but there was an asterisk in it, and it had six asterisks for all of the characters that are a part of the Thunderbolts. All right, let's count who that is. That was Natasha, not Natasha. That was the Black Widow we just speaking about. That was Bucky.
Yeah,
That, yep, yeah, Yelena. That's her name. What's her name? There was
Ghost.
Ghost. There was Red. Was the Red Guardian?
Red
There
Guardian,
was
Taskmaster, and Sentry.
Sentry and the guy with John. What's that dude with the shield?
Oh, U.S. agent.
U.S. agent. Boom. All right. So technically speaking, it knows Sentry wasn't in either of the bulletins. Okay. So by the end of the movie, they dropped it to 5. A lot of people are suspecting that because they dropped it to 5, that means somebody died in it. Either somebody died or they wasn't with the program. In my opinion, that's Taskmaster.
I was seeing some of that, or they might they might they might ice Sentry and say, well, we can't use him since he just almost made the whole Earth go to shadow. Well, New York.
But like we don't really know. But when they asked Florence Pugh about it, who is the Black Widow, on the meaning behind the asterisk, she said it's a dangerous game, and I don't think any of us are allowed to speak.
Which means someone's either going to get iced to the shelf or killed off. Which it's kind of interesting because a lot of people did say that, but with Ghost and Taskmaster, but they were both in that scene on New York where everyone kind of gets to the shadow realm. So
Right.
we'll see. We'll see.
Somebody also said that it's a Walmart advertisement. I won't lie and say that it does.
How the fuck is it a Walmart advertisement?
Interesting.
Well, it's the so look at it. Hold up. Let me show you. Let me share my screen again.
Interesting.
For some reason, hearing that, I immediately think of Jeff Dunham, and I'm just thinking, welcome to Walmart. Get your shit and get out.
Yeah, well, for this one, it's trust me, like it's definitely more Walmart-esque. Like you can see it on my screen if you guys look at it.
I still don't get how this has to do with Walmart.
You don't see how that's the same? How that's almost the same as Walmart's emblem?
I was thinking more like the medical logo, like the what you see on ambulances usually nowadays, at least. I don't know. I feel like that. Nah, I feel like that's a stretch. I get that it's similar, but I mean, nah, I can't. I think that's a stretch, honestly. I think people saying that that's the Walmart logo they're using, that's kind of a stretch. I get why they're saying that, but it's too much of a stretch.
It might be a good collaboration for them. Never know. Other than that, let's get into the next trailer, though. All right, y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
Mike, you ready? Hello. All right.
I get tired of this thing, but yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Letting up.
Wow, folks, we all know the story. 4 brave astronauts head off into space and come back forever changed.
This car?
Our city, our planet, owe a debt to these intrepid souls. And while we can never repay them, we can certainly celebrate them.
Thank you, Fantastic Four. Thank you.
Thank you, Fantastic Four!
Please welcome the Fantastic Four.
Okay. Any thoughts first?
Yeah, right off the bat, I'm a little confused at the timing because this looks like this takes place in like the 60s, the 70s. Why is this back then? Like, how does this correlate to now? Essentially, that's why I'm like, is this in the 60s, the 70s?
They're going back to like the roots, but it's just given to what we were used to with the films that came out recently. Like I say recently, like Michael B. Jordan, Fantastic Four, and Jessica Alba and Chris Evans, Fantastic Four. It kind of feels a little weird, but of course, it's just Marvel going to its roots. But
No, I
taking a
get
different
that's
route.
fine, but I'm like I'm a little confused as to how this works in with the current Marvel lore, with the way the MC is going. So I'm like, so is this in the past, like back in the 60s and the 70s?
The theory is what me and Raul was actually speaking about. What we talk about is the theory is this is a different timeline. All right, this is not 616. That Galactus, which we're going to see in a minute, y'all know who Galactus is, right?
Of course, Planet Eater.
Oh, okay, cool. So that Galactus either ate his world or either something happened, and then remember they're in the 60s, but they may be getting transported to 616 at the end of the day, either in Doomsday or something
Because of
like that.
Galactus.
You get what I'm saying, or something
Yeah,
specifically.
it's more of a last
Because
resort, so to speak, because
look at their world, bro. They love them. That ain't the regular world. They love everything, bro. Hell nah, bro. If that was a regular 616, people be talking shit to Ben.
True that.
yeah, that was this is a regular 616. They'll be compared to the Avengers, but going to background of this film, there is no Avengers. It's in their universe. They're like they're like Earth's mightiest protectors, damn near. They're idle, and so when a threat like Galactus comes, it's kind of like, well, yeah, we can't fight that, so we're gonna make a machine and we're gonna leave y'all.
No, that's the theory. But let's see what happens now.
Herbie, how's that sauce looking? Okay. That is fantastic.
First of all, he got a tongue still, and then second of all,
What's with his eyes? Why does he look so like? There's something that just doesn't look right to me.
That's the original drawing of the character, so they wanted to stay true to that.
So his eyes were all fucked up back in the day?
It was just how they drew him. Like how we first saw him from Fox wasn't originally how he was drawn.
No, I'm saying his eyes just like. Why does he look like he's on
Johnny
something?
Storm, or are you talking about the Thing?
I'm talking about Johnny Storm right now. I'm like, is he on something?
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
context.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, no, I don't know why, but to me, there's something wrong with his face. I'm like, why does he look like?
Yeah, a little bit too much CGI, a little bit too much context. One of the two.
I'm hearing people talking crap about this movie CGI.
You're late.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? You're late for dinner.
Yes, we are.
You late?
I just said that.
Are you pregnant?
What? You're gonna be the best mom in the world. And you are gonna be the best dad. Just kidding. You are out of your depth. We are gonna be the best uncles ever.
We can do this. Nothing's going to change.
So she's pregnant with Franklin already.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. That creates a timeline like a motherfucker. That means that powerful bastard is coming quick.
Just kidding. You are out of your depth. We are gonna be the best uncles ever.
We can do this. Nothing's going to change.
Are you the protectors of this world?
Yes, we are.
Your planet is now marked for death.
It's my fault. I stretched the bounds of space. And they hurt.
Are we safe?
I don't know. There's not enough time.
I'm not giving up. We will face this together. We will fight it together. As a family. Has to be us.
Beautiful moment. First of all that. First of all, I ain't gonna lie. I believe it's gonna be a great movie, just from what we've seen already. Like, y'all see the impending threat? Y'all not feel the threat?
Well, I mean, we're talking about Galactus up against Fantastic Four, so interesting enough. But
drama. And why she why Franklin got to tell him, hey, I ain't losing both y'all. Get your ass in this ship. We're getting out of here. Basically, I mean, 4 people against that thing, no. I'm sorry.
We will protect you.
I want to know who makes Galactus's clothes. That motherfucker isn't an XL. He's like a fucking Planet XL. Who the fuck's making his clothes?
Yeah. So.
And then he can resize himself, so it's like he can be big as hell, small as hell.
That dude needs like 50 different sizes.
Hey, I mean, he can resize. Because that's just a resize for him to just be able to walk around the planet.
This movie looks like it's heat, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. This definitely looks like heat. You know. Also, real quick too, I gotta find it real quick. It's something else I wanted to show you guys as well too, but it's a game. Actually, okay. So, okay. What? Okay. Well, all right. So I guess I'll show it like that then. I'll show it like that then. All right. We go back to it. Go back to the screen. And here we go. This is kind of crossing into your territory, Mike, a little bit, but I just wanted to show this because it goes into the next 2 points and stuff. Okay, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Kill Batman.
Yeah. How did Batman beat you?
Oh, he used my one weakness against me.
Heat.
Love.
Oh. He threw me out a window. Yeah, really. Yeah, he's really.
Batman, that son of a bitch.
Where is he?
Yeah.
He's here.
I hate him.
There he is. He's right here. He's right here. Look.
You have a lot of nerve to show your face around
you
here.
got,
Son of a bitch.
You are a real beak breaker.
We both tried to kill Batman.
Penguin and Dr. Freeze in the fucking retirement years.
Oh, that was like OG, man. Like that was like, man. We all remember that time. Well, let's go to my next point. I wanted to show this because it was kind of interesting. Tokyo-based startup Subame Industry unveiled its massive human pilot robot.
Main switch on.
Almost.
Mode change. Vehicle mode.
That's just remind me of that mecha suit in Final Fantasy. Like,
Yeah, I think we get to like we finna be Gundam soon, a little bit, or at least like not Gundam, but like you think it's gonna be something like that soon? Well, as you guys see, the Star Wars Marvel Master has been announced. This is about the years. This is about the year specifically after Vader first became Vader. So we're gonna
go back. I kind of want to go forward, and I heard they were gonna do a little bit of both, which I think is just I'm on the more side of just going forward because we've seen the story of Vader, we've seen the story of Palpatine. Like, come on, like there's got to be creativity in the team somewhere. What's next? Star Wars.
I keep saying it. We're losing creativity out there.
Now, apparently, game publishers reportedly don't want to be anywhere near the GTA release.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I can tell you that one. Any game that releases around the time of GTA 6 is not going to be successful for the very simple fact that everyone's going to be buying GTA 6, which, in my opinion, no, don't buy fucking GTA 6. If it's $100, Fuck Rockstar. Don't buy it.
But yeah, they definitely don't want to. Like that's just like it's just gonna drown out. Like I mean, don't get me wrong. Like it definitely has a niche game, and people specifically who don't play the series will still won't buy it no matter what. So it's not necessarily like people won't buy other games. It's just you might as well wait for a second until it die down for about a month or two, and then drop. You know, so just keep that in mind. No, other than that, Spider Man has a new costume. All right, so look at it. What you guys think about that?
I'll look it up. Looks dope.
I don't know, that little neck scarf shit. But the thing is, I ain't gonna lie, I just realized something. Spider Man is so Captain America color coded, USA coded.
Yeah.
Like that's really
I
good.
think the writers kind of meant it to be that way. I think Stanley talked about that.
It's really good for marketing purposes. Like, other than that, Elodie Young wants to return as Elektra. All right. Now I ain't gonna lie, I want to see her again because Shawty's. You feel me? Like her voice is A1. I ain't gonna hold you. Like as Elektra, one of the best Elektra we ever had. I know we only had two of them technically, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's the best one.
How did you feel about the? Did you watch the latest episode of Daredevil?
Yeah, of course.
What did you feel about the cliffhanger we had in that final episode?
The cliffhanger, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like I already. What you mean? Which one?
The final one, like final episode, like what they left us with.
No, which cliffhanger specifically for who?
Well, for Daredevil, what he has to do.
Oh, yeah. So I wanted to speak about that technically. I'm glad you actually was going into it. We need an army. What a lot of us believe is he's talking about the hand, not about the defenders. I do believe specifically he's going to get the defenders involved in the same season. I do believe just at first, though, he's going to get the hand involved, and then somebody else is going to take advantage of the hand already being there under Daredevil and take advantage of the hand and take control of the hand, turn him against the Daredevil, and he's going to need his people, aka the defenders, to beat the hand. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like potentially that may happen, but like a lot of us believe it's definitely going to be the hand and not specifically.
Man, if you're gonna announce the news of Defenders, wouldn't that be a perfect time to put the cameo of each member and seeing, oh shit, there's something going down in New York. It's time to scope it out. Like you get some people from who Matt knew in this current season. It's like, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Just Defenders. But Punisher is one thing. But it's like, come on.
Yeah, Punisher was going crazy that last episode too.
Yeah, like if anything, just get him.
I gotta
to
watch
go to
just
work.
show you that one. Let's see.
What they did in that latest episode, I was like, man, just at least bring the duo to work. How you not put the cameo?
This is Google Pixel 9a with Gemini. It's free at Verizon with plans starting at $30 a line. And this is Nicole asking,
oh shit, we gotta go to Verizon, guys. We gotta get that Google Pixel.
Get Google Pixel 9a on us and our new 3-year price lock guarantee with plans starting at $30 a line.
Like that. Yes.
I tell you what I think, Ray.
Tell me what you think.
I don't think you came here for my help. See, I think you want my permission. You want to get your hands on somebody, huh? You want to hurt them? Maybe you're a little bit scared. A little scared about what that means.
It's an interesting take. I like it. But yeah, no, sorry, buddy. Way off on that one.
You're so full of shit, counselor. You're so full of shit. You're guilty.
Excuse me?
Yeah. That guilt, that shame, that's my home, Red. And I can see it on you. I can smell it on you. It's all over you.
I'm gonna come back another day, Frank. Maybe catch you at a better time.
You come at me with that horse shit about saving lives. How about that friend of yours? You save his life. You lost him, didn't you, Red?
He was wrong to talk about him like that.
It's not about him.
Just say his name.
It's not about him.
He came in like that. Bring it up.
Frank, stop!
Okay, y'all. Today I'm going to show you how to turn your vocals into an instrument on BandLab.
That, of course, I'll say it always. That was excellent coming from Punisher part, and then coming from Daredevil. That was a good collaboration they did.
Don't get me wrong, I love the Punisher, but I just feel like was it John Berthal is his name? He yells too much. Honestly, that's the one thing. It's just that's what I'm saying. It's just he's like, bro, come on, really? Every 5 minutes you gotta like. I get he's probably going through a lot of physical strain, but like, all right, I don't know if you guys ever seen the show Brickleberry. There's a character named Connie who was played by a dude. The joke is that she's supposed to be some like over muscular, like stereotypical lesbian. But she makes the same kind of noises, and every time I hear the Punisher do that, all I can think is Connie.
I mean, that's definitely his signature. I mean, that yelling, that rudeness he does. That part when he leaped over the counter, I was like, dang. He came in and shot that guy's brains out. Oof, boy. Especially on the counter. Brutal.
Actually, like that scene was interesting. I was just like, bro, like I can't wait for another Daredevil. I mean, I ain't Daredevil. I need a Frank Castle show, yo. I need a Punisher. And then honestly, like just seeing that he escaped at the end, it's like the stupid ass gonna be the dude to shake the hand of the Punisher. You're stupid, but it's like, all right.
And I mean, gotta get away somehow, I guess.
Mm-hmm. They apparently said new seasons of Daredevil Born Again could be released every year. And that's a could be. Okay. Season 2 will come out next year, then hopefully season 3 and season Infinity after that. There are many truths to be told on the streets of New York.
If they want to collab on the ground level, then I can definitely like to see that happen with other Marvel characters that we had a missed opportunity on. So we'll see.
Now, Spider-Man New Day, not New Day, Spider-Man Brand New Day, director says they're nerding out over the development, right? He says, and I quote, I'm spending my time exploring a new stage of the story, this amazing character with a team of the most incredible artists in the world. We're all just daily nerding out over the suit, how to swing, how to create an event, emotional story, and a ride that we haven't really seen before. Destin Daniel Cretton.
What's the update on the Negative Man? How does like the
Well, news on that, and this is a theory specifically, that Spider-Man Brand New Day is about multiversal consequences and the road to Secret Wars. All right. Why is because Brand New Day in its timeline. It comes after One More Day. All right, it's a direct continuation of the controversial timeline. It's a post Doomsday set after its release, possibly after the collapse of the multiverse into Battle World. All right, the potential plot development is Aunt May's return could be revived due to multiversal shifts, would tie into Peter's guilt and possible moral dilemmas. The symbiote suit and Peter, this angst, specifically the symbiote may bond with Peter, feeding off his regret and emotional turmoil, and specifically the fact that, you know, the guilt that, and that he let her, not necessarily that he let her die, but like, you let her Green Goblin into your crib, and she died as a result. Too close to your family. Um, and that could just set up more things as the code. And then specifically, Andrew and Toby, we already talked about the fact that they're already going to be in Doomsday. They're not even going to be in his movie specifically. So I know. So we're not going to get the three Peters again. We're going to get two Peters specifically, or maybe even one Peter in Doomsday. But we're going to have Spider-Man Brand New Day come out. All right. So that's just some information that we have found out about Spider-Man Brand New Day. Be it all, they say these are all theories, but not necessarily things that's going to happen. So don't really, take that into fact system just yet. All right. Um, Other than that, apparently, and this is one of my last news before I get into my last topic of subject. But apparently, Captain America: Brave New World has been banned in Lebanon due to the presence of the film of the Israeli actress Shira Hassi. So, because she was in the movie, they banned the movie. That's crazy shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I gotta love politics.
Yeah, well, you gotta love it, bro. But let's get into my topic, and then we're gonna talk about it. All right, before I pass the topic along. All right, this is my topic, and that's how I want to really talk about it. All right, it's a Professor AC segment. All right, check this out. So, for the topic that I wanted to speak about today was the fact that we don't have shows anymore. All right, so I was talking about this a little bit earlier, but we don't have shows that we can really watch like that anymore. What do I mean? Well, I know specifically now, yes, we have Netflix. And yes, they give us shows like 12, 8, 6, 10 or so, and they just kind of just drop it on their heads, randomly and everything. But we don't really have shows that just generally come out on TV specifically anymore. I remember a specific time where we would have shows that came out, and it was like 4 to 5 shows that we all got to watch on different networks. Some on MTV, some on VH1, some on CW, some on Spike or Sci-Fi. The fact is, specifically, we don't really have any anymore. And yes, I'm not necessarily vying for more cable TV or anything to come out, but I blame Netflix because specifically now that what happens is once you consume that show very quickly, you don't have anything else. The fact is, when it was coming out weekly and everything, you had to wait for it to go out. So at least you had to, you know, um, basically sit on the ride, and just kind of sit with the character. You was growing with the character per se. For however long the show was airing for, you were growing with the character. But now that it's just kind of dropped, I feel like it feeds into the dopamine effect that we want everything right away. And that dopamine effect is how you get dopamine fans. Fans that want everything right away, right away, right away. This is why fans don't like backstories, or fans just only like action and stuff because they can't sit through stuff that doesn't really entertain them.
ADHD.
So, like I said, my thing is, I definitely believe, what did it is a lot of factors as well too. Because we wanted it right away. Netflix, like I said, like the idea would have been Netflix should have been a model that got episodes after it aired on television. Or it should have been a model to where it grabbed the television channel specifically and aired its shows after it aired on the actual show, or simultaneously at the same time or the same day of.
Okay, so maybe a weekly.
But that episode, not specifically the whole thing. You get what I'm saying? And like I said, and the reason why that is because it's killing out the TV shows to the point again where you have to really either limit yourself, like, okay, I'm gonna only watch one episode a day every time I come home from work, or either you can't get on social media because you're gonna be spoiled because somebody watched it in the first 3 hours. Somebody watched it in after 3 hours. Somebody watched it in the first day already. Somebody watched the last episode and went to YouTube and put a spoiler already. They put it in the title. Lucas died. Like it's when we're forced to watch the show together. Can't nobody do that. They only can do that about that episode. You can't do that about future episodes. You can only theorize. All right. But so, and like I said, this goes into a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? And it attributes into a lot. But what I believe what it attributes into is the fact that they're spoon feeding us because, like I said, a long time ago, we see a 16, 17, 18 episode, 22 episode seasons and stuff. And now we're only getting 8. But again, who I blame for that specifically is Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones came out with like 8 episodes, 6 episodes for the season and stuff, right? And by doing that, and like I said, because it's like an hour long, 56 minutes, 1 hour hour long, 1 hour 4 minutes long, no commercials all the way through, straight action heat from the jump. They felt like they set the standard for other shows specifically to come out almost on the same standard to make it even popular that, hey, this show is coming out like this. And don't be wrong, other shows follow the same format. But, and I'm not necessarily that Game of Thrones did it, but they definitely made it more popular. But, and it's most likely it's Netflix or streaming fault. But because of that, we're not getting spoon fed content. You not only are you giving it to us all at once, you're almost giving it to us in smaller portions, like Little Caesars or something. You feel me? Like you're giving it to us like hot and ready, and this ain't as good as one that you know what I mean. Like it's kind of like they're cheating us out in the end now, in retrospect, because
if it's only like a first season, brand new series, then that's the only time where I can kind of make an exception, especially if it's good. It's like, okay, well, maybe they're testing one of the 8 episodes of the content, whatever we're giving.
Most
but if it's weekly or if it's at the same time as releasing everything all at once, then it's like, okay, well, hoping the second season will actually deliver its quantity as well as quality episodes so they can listen to whatever we have. Good example of that would be infamous Devil May Cry, even though it got what we got, but at the same time, hopefully they will listen and they're going to come out with a new season since it's already been renounced for a second season.
A lot of shows back in the day didn't have to deal with that. They still had like 2016 episodes and stuff. You could probably argue that maybe the first season didn't, but the first season probably had like 15 to 16 or so. It definitely didn't stop so early. And we were talking about hour episode shows, not specifically the 20 episodes. Devil May Cry was just like a 20-minute episode show. Like it wasn't even an hour show.
It's kind of hard though to kind of put on the roster like first season, at least 16, 18 episodes, all good, all straight. Like it's kind of hard to kind of put that in the roster nowadays. First season.
Imagine we had shows again that was 42 minutes long, took up an hour with advertisements and stuff in the middle, the commercials. We had those for at least 20 episodes a season, almost averaging, going to half that now.
So yeah, somebody got to monetize it or give a sponsor, I guess.
So like I said, that like I said, and I believe that attributes to a lot. And whoever generally started it, that being Game of Thrones or the streaming specifically, started them cutting down what they do to us, limiting how many episodes that we get specifically in one season to where like I said, Daredevil's final episode shouldn't even been the final episode. It should be the next episode next week. It feels like
not for
halfway
nothing,
done.
but this kind of goes into what I always say about how the media that we consume nowadays is creatively bankrupt. We're getting less for more. So like we're getting less shows, less games, less movies, what have you. But then we're expected to pay more. And again, this is just unfortunately because if you give people a drop of what they want, they'll damn near pay stupid amounts of money for it. And it's like, no, we deserve better. We deserve better shows, better games, better movies. And if we're dumb enough to go ahead and hand these companies our money, then I'm sorry, but it's on us. We're letting them get away with it.
Yeah, consumers. Mm-hmm.
It'd be impossible to stop that sometimes, man.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you can think of what you were saying. 26 or 30 episodes of Devil May Cry, and then an hour with Punisher. The behind the scenes, what they did with the creators of that show. I'm glad the new creators took over and said, you know what, well, we'll give you 80 episodes, but we're going to give you a jam-packed new one next year. I was like, kind of like a bittersweet, but I'm glad they went with that decision because we already got a lot of photos out there already. So I can't wait to see that
I'm
black and
not
red.
gonna lie. If they, and this is we're only talking about animated projects here. We're not talking about live action here because I'm talking about that in a second. But for the animated ones, if they're complaining that it's a lot to do, they need to use AI because at this point, if it's a lot for them to do to try to make super quality with AI. Make it think, make it do the hard parts for you. Like I don't, they low key got too much pride.
But then again, like it kind of goes back to almost like a study, which kind of like agree like it's ruining creativity, but at the same time, it's like, well, if they don't got creativity, let's do the whole thing where we just kind of need to sweep the project and sweep the team and bring some people in here who can, because Inuyasha, Bleach, Yu Hakusho, all the old times anime that we all know and love, they've done just fine. They've done great. We're asking for remakes. Hell, some of them we are right now. So what's the issue? Can't always get the machine to always do what God gave us.
Like I said, so what happens specifically is like when one of these things happen, it cascades to other show, and then this is why we now have all shows doing the same or following the same method, and it's going to become the standard and stuff. And speaking of things that cascade, it goes to other things. Is what we were talking about specifically during Nick's portion, where most games are just waiting for a Rockstar and Nintendo to drop their $100 games, in which they're going to follow that, and that's going to become the standard for the time becoming, or maybe it's going to fluctuate, so that fluctuation will be the standard. But generally speaking, it's coming to change everything that we've kind of experienced now, and this is just the first version of us seeing it, in TV. So
I mean, if that's the standard with games, I mean, $100 standard. I mean, I feel bad for y'all, especially with the the super packs that they're releasing in pre-orders. Like, yeah, nah, $80 was like this almost a standard with a pre-order, which was okay, but $100, okay, good luck with that.
But
if Mafia gets to $100, are you guys still going to be interested, or what do you guys think?
Cool, which one?
Or was it Mafia? Yeah, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mafia.
Oh, cannot wait for Mafia.
You said if it's $100, will I buy it?
And the pillar said, you know what? It's time for us to get our extra
If it's
dollars.
$100, again, look, I love Mafia, but no, I'm not spending $100 on that. Because again, it's just at that point, it's just on principle.
Yeah. I have to wait till it come down. I love Mafia, but yeah, it's principle, bro. I gotta wait till it come down. But with that being said, I'm going to pass off my part to the next person. You're up.
All right. Now, I meant to talk about this on last episode, but this time I definitely want to shine a light on what was discussed on a recent interview with the next Mortal Kombat. So give me a second here. I will share my screen. Can I see it?
You're good, sir.
Oh man, it's a fight movie.
Okay.
So if you're a fan of the game, there's 27 fights in the movie.
Wow.
I think I don't think I'm exaggerating. I think there's 27 fights in the movie. Each
Jeez.
fight is 3 to 5 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's a fight movie. So if you're a fan of the game, anything that we kind of didn't touch on last time, we fixed it. Like we heard the fans, we listened. Todd Gardner's an incredible producer. New Line Cinema really dug in, and we worked with with Ed Boon, who created the game.
Yeah.
And so it's very true to the game.
Based on that recent interview, do you think they're finally listening, or do you think it's still more work to be done based on the movie that they released? Was it? I think it was like it's like a couple of years ago.
So here's my thing with that. Are they listening? Anyone can say that they're listening to fans. That doesn't mean they're actually listening to fans. Like fans might have had a myriad of arguments, and then one of them might have been, "Hey, there wasn't enough fighters." Oh, you guys want us to get more actors? Sure, we'll cram about 40 different people into one movie, and that's all we're gonna do. And then the rest of the movie is gonna be shit. So it's gonna be one of those things where I'm gonna wait till the movie comes out, and then that's when we'll judge. And if they actually do listen to fans, okay, good job. If they don't, not surprised.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna say something, Slater? Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna go ahead and hop to this good old news for DC. Starting with DC Comics officially announcing the Superman Treasury 2025 Hero for All, a special one-shot releasing on, which is July 2nd of this year, is a part of the, of course, Superman Initiative, which, since we have all this good old hype and excitement for the Superman, is going to drop on July 11th, 2025. Now, this is an 80-page oversized issue of the crafted writer by Dan Jurgens and artist Bruno Redondo, with colors, by Adriano Lucas. And of course, this story centers on Superman confronting formidable extraterrestrial invasion that threatens both externally and internally. Now, this pre-order is now starting, I believe, tomorrow on April 18th on, of course, the Superman Day. And of course, with that date announced, we have also, if you're into 7-inch toys, or even better yet, DC Superman, we have official look at what seems like the brand new action figure of, based on David Cornswell, Superman, which pre-orders again are starting April 18th, coinciding with the Superman Day. And then next, we have official news with a good old former Arthur Curry, who was once Aquaman. Jason Momoa has officially wrapped his filming, with the version being Lobo, who we all know he should be, on the upcoming Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. Celebrated with milestone with the enthusiastic social post signaling the completion of his role. Now, I cannot wait for this movie to come out. But unfortunately, the date is still intended and still on track to be released on June 26th, 2026. Next news, we have basically a confession with the director, Gavin O'Connor, opens up about the sequel and why he decided to scrap it. Now, long story short, he was the main person to direct this sequel of this Suicide Squad, which on the version of, not to be confused, with Deadshot being Will Smith, Harley Quinn, who was they on that show? Katana Girl, and also with the good old character that was my favorite, El Diablo. However, with the film being wrote by the actor, O'Connor's original version, which is going to recount, more action packed, but during the script the development that it was finished, it was given to the president of the DC Films director, and basically there was a reply giving of, well, they wanted it to be comedy, which I don't understand why you would make it more comedy. And basically you would state along the lines of, well, I'm not really writing a comedy. And basically that's what the president filmmaker really wanted it to be. And since there was a creative difference along that issue, he decided to leave the project. Therefore creating a whole new project, which we got with James Gunn's versions of Suicide Squad. Now, in the new one, I'm not understanding why would you make it a comedy film? Now, he wanted to be more involved along with the daughter, which he only got, of course, if you've seen the original film, it was like barely even a 2 minute, I guess, screen time with the daughter, along with that shot. I guess they wanted more to be more a comedy and then involve more of Will Smith and the daughter. Honestly, I don't understand what this guy's vision was with the director president, but again, it just did make sense to me. What do you think about that, Nick? Or the sequel being more a comedy film of course, with the dark film being DC Suicide Squad, basically kind of like a version of Thunderbolts, but instead of it being more action packed, we wanted more comedy.
They just wanted to do that because Marvel is more lighthearted per se. It's not. They want it to be more like that, but like DC is more gritty in nature, so you can't have it like that.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on how the original. I feel like you can. If Thunderbolts was never really meant to be goofy, then I think that's a mistake to make it goofy. I think stick with what it was, because in the end of the day, fans are going to be focused. They're going to be more focused on what it was, not what they want. What these companies want it to be, and again, that goes into what I always say of, creative liberties. We got to stop with that shit.
Yeah, but we want more comedy, and I guess that's not really what he signed up for, and I believe him on that. I would stick with Tom Mean for creativity. It's just not being the same. And then with the final DC news I wanted to give a special anniversary to Jimmy Olsen, who was the character being made official on the debut of April 15th, 1940, which started in the radio series The Adventures of Superman with a 6-part storyline. But Daniel's protection racket, he was introduced as a 14-year-old copy boy at the Daily Planet, providing Superman with a relatable human companion and quickly becoming a fan favorite of Superman himself before knowing his secret identity. To celebrate this milestone, director James Gunn shared a behind-the-scenes photo with Skylar Zondo as Jimmy Olsen in the upcoming DC Universe film. That shows Zondo on the Daily Planet newsroom. That was a good shout out. Anniversary. And with that, I will go on to anime news. Now, there was piggyback on what Ace Lee was stating earlier. Yes, Chainsaw Man director is currently working on a new horror game called The End, which was announced on April 10th, 2025, and this project marks the first, let's say, game development of his artistic side, collaborating with Studio Mayflower, where he serves the chief creative officer. Now I have a video here, attachment for you guys. Let's see here. Okay. Give me a second, I'll pull it up.
Have you seen this new Roblox game? It's called The Inn, and it's a new Roblox game made by the director of Chainsaw Man. Yeah, the anime Chainsaw Man. So the game is basically Roblox doors combined with the Mimic. Honestly, it looks pretty cool.
Now, there was a little bit of pushback with the, I won't say pushback, but a little bit of closed doors about when the trailer will drop. Stay tuned as I will give you more updates on that specific one. On to the next news then. This is actually kind of cool. If you need more, let's say more collabs, well, more appeals, that being shirts and hoodies, I would just want to give a special announcement, that being Zagoon being renowned for crafting the finest anime-inspired appeal. Now they have also not with also being renowned with on Instagram, but also TikTok. TikTok being Zagoon brand, same as
This is
Instagram.
sponsored?
Say again?
This is sponsored?
No, it's just renouncing their brand.
This is
They're giving
sponsored?
not sponsored, but just a special shout out.
Yeah.
Just a special shout out to that person, and also they give you, let's see, definitely have images for you guys. Share just a second. This being one of them. This one's probably like my favorite. This was just the latest designs of what the brand artist created so far. All your favorite animes dropped on one website, and definitely by good, talented artists. Don't be afraid to go on her website and give a good support. I bought one recently, and I can tell you, it's nice. Definitely give special support. Shout out to her. Also, next news, we have another collab with that being our favorite anime of all time, one of the original four, that being Naruto, having a collab with Converse, which is starting to collab and releasing on May 22nd. Now, this collab will release of 3 sneakers, that with being the Naruto Uzumaki, the Sasuke Curse Marcel, which is one of my favorites, and Gara of the Sand. And with the initial price from each of those being priced $60 to $80, and of course in men's size. I bought one not too long ago, and I can tell you this one is pretty dope, not gonna lie. And I will show you those images as well. This one's starting from Naruto to Gara to Sasuke. This is Naruto's special collab. If I'm not mistaken, I think they did one with not too long ago with, what was that video game? Of course, they did one with Devil May Cry, but I'll have to find the image soon. That not being Gar. Honestly, it's being shown. I'm feeling more of the Sasuke one. That being, of course, being a Sasuke fan. Who do you think, Ace Slater?
Yeah, it's good for the theme.
Yeah. I'm more of a low type person, especially with the Converse. And then also, I just want to give another shout out to the one final cosplayer who's also made a replica of a famous demon slayer, that being Berserk, measuring 20 feet in inch extraordinary craftsman blade. This cosplayer stands out as, again, by the creation of this blade being 20 feet long and being weighing 80 pounds. It's insane. Yeah, that thing, that was insane. Now, I don't know if I guys asked you this last episode. What would you, if you can invent, what would be your design?
Ooh.
What for, like a cosplay or?
If it's like authentic, made good material.
I mean, I don't really know much about that kind of thing other than, like, if I were to do a cosplay, it would probably be something like I would want to cosplay as, like, characters that I like. So it would probably be, like, what are their names? Like, fucking, like, Hunk from Resident Evil, or a soldier from the Hellgast from Killzone.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. What about you, Slater?
Uh, something completely original, bro. Like, trust me, bro. I already got like stuff that I be creating for my own comics and stuff. Like, it would have to be something like that.
Okay. Now, I just wanted to jump into maybe a little bit of an anime debate here and want your guys' opinion on it. Nick, I guess it would be a more of a video game, or if he can relate to maybe an anime as well. This being, he's not the main character, but stole the whole show. What would that anime or video game be?
Shit, that's a hard one to answer because I'm trying to think, like, who would that. Right off the bat, I don't know if you would consider Sonic the Hedgehog, Shadow, considering that Shadow's not technically the main character, if you really want to call it, it'd be Sonic himself, but Shadow definitely grabbed a lot of attention, enough to garner his own video game. Fuck, who else?
I think for me, it would be definitely Dragon Ball, because if it wasn't Vegeta, if not Gohan, I say Gohan definitely. Gohan, yeah, Gohan to this day would still take the star of the show. If they, of course, they give him the spotlight that they should, but hey, that's my opinion. Who you say, Slater?
I'm still thinking about that one. Hold on, give me a second. Hmm. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know right now. Like, I'm thinking of it. Like, now I gotta come back. I don't. Like, I'm thinking of like. I'm thinking of. I know there is some. I'm just can't like correlate it right now.
Come on, deep dive into the anime bank of all the shows you watch. I know you got one.
Dog, but that's what I'm saying. It's too many to like go down to right now. Like it's a case of much. um, I mean, all I can really think of is like that happens a lot with characters or animes. Oh, okay, bet Itachi, easy.
Okay. Oh man.
Yeah, Itachi, he stole the show. For a lot of people, it happens. To the hunt.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For me, I think it would definitely be Dragon Ball, since even though, of course, Goku want to be the star of the show, if it's if talent of fighting isn't what he shout out the most, it's definitely the montage, the grinding, and what the training did. And I think it was what Goku did. I mean Vegeta did. And then, for course, potential being, of course, the weakest from the ground up, all the way to what he is now, being Gohan Beast, I would give Gohan definitely that mantle.
Nah, Itachi deserves it. Well, whatever. Well, you got these are your opinion about that. You know,
Yeah.
like Itachi deserves it more per se if you look at the feats that was accomplished and the degrees that were did per se. Like, yeah, Goku was like low Saiyan per se, you know, but at the end of the day, Itachi, though he was a prodigy, that was just off his natural ability. Same thing is true of Goku. Goku's a combat prodigy.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So both of them are both prodigy. You know, it's just one of them had to take the blame, had to say, you know what I'm saying, had to take the blame for some heinous shit. You know, and the other one didn't have to do nothing like that because he don't take nothing serious. And they have wish balls that make everything go back to normal.
Okay. True. Also, for a good little debate, I also want to share my screen for this one because this might hit some fans or a good nostalgia. Let's see, Nick, if you can relate to this, or even have a video game that relates to this. Now, I want you to look at these images and tell me what first falls into your mind. What game, what anime, or even a show? What do you think that is?
Right off the bat, I'm thinking Metal Gear Solid 3, just because at the end, when you fight the boss, when she dies, the flowers turn from white to red.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I do remember that. I hated that, man. Hated that.
That boss fight was a pain in the balls.
Bro, imagine fighting a wave of that, wave of like swarming ads. You had a background of basically like a circle. You had the big ass boss riding a big ass creature, and she was shooting from above. Like that. I hate
Wait,
it.
Metal Gear 3? No, the boss wasn't shooting from above. She was just a sneaky bitch. She was hiding in the flowers and whatnot, and you just had to like, you basically just had to get it so where like she would lose track of you, and then you could take a few shots at her. But it was like it had to be a good shot, and it had to make sure that you were hitting. Otherwise, she was gonna know exactly where you are and return fire.
Man, I would hit that bitch. What was it? That torque bow? Fucking hit that ass and it detonate right then and there. Along with that
Metal
good
Gear
old
3?
blame.
I don't remember having an explosive bow.
Oh yeah. That the other one. It was a sniper. It was a sniper.
Oh, you probably think you're thinking of Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah.
Because you think for a sniper battle, you're thinking of Quiet, and she was a pain in the ass. And the big ass robot that you're talking about, that was Sahelanthropus.
Yeah. Thank you for correcting me. Yeah, and what did you say, SA? What do you think of this scene? When you look at the image, what do you think about
I said that was Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer? Yep, a lot of people said Demon Slayer comes definitely to mind, and a lot of people were saying, which I had a, I want to know if you remember this, Tokyo Ghoul.
I'm familiar with Tokyo Ghoul. I've watched the anime and I have the manga. I just never got around to reading it.
Oh man,
Is that too?
yeah, definitely that. But of course, me thinking of the latest anime, Demon Slayer, and with that being said, I'll pass it off to the next person.
All right. So I got a couple of videos. Actually, one of them being my own stream, but that's for later. First, let's get straight into the news. So, after the heat that Nintendo received from pricing issues, so when Nintendo did the Nintendo Direct, and people found out that their games were going to be like $80 to $90, people started freaking out, and in the comment section during the stream, people were repeating, "Lower your prices" or "Drop your prices." Well, Nintendo, I guess, has learned from that because they're supposed to have a Nintendo Direct for Mario Kart, and they disabled chat. Yeah, so we heard the fans. We know you don't like our pricing, and we basically just told you to shut the fuck up. That's what Nintendo did, for lack of a better word. I don't know if they restored chat, but it seems like they disabled comments because they really didn't want people bitching about the pricing. It goes to show, goes to show what Nintendo's been up to.
It sounds like they don't want to be near their content either.
There you go. The PS5 prices are apparently going to be going up in the EU as well as in Australia, and the United States might be next. We don't know yet. But yeah, they're raising the prices of the PlayStation 5 consoles. The only console that's not going up is the PS5 Pro, but the base model and the Slim, they're going up in price in Australia and as well as EU. So, the console has been out for a few years. It's going up rather than down. PS Portable is also reported to be less powerful than the PS5. So, I mean, granted, it's not unheard of. If it's on point, if not better than the Steam Deck, then it might be something worthwhile. But still, I say nothing beats the Steam Deck, or at least PC handhelds, simply for the fact that you can do whatever the hell you want with them.
I was about to say, so which is, or is it going to be more powerful or even popular?
Here's the thing. If the PS Portable is more powerful than the Steam Deck, that's all well and good, but you're still limited to PlayStation. The Steam Deck may not be as powerful, but you can do whatever you want. My Steam Deck isn't just my PC. It's my PlayStation, my Xbox, my Switch, my GameCube, my PS3, my PS2, my PS1. So yes, it is not a strong it may not be a strong system in comparison, but it can do a fuckload more than what this system will be able to do. Just simply for the fact that I have the ability to do whatever I want. Also, the PS6 is rumored to release in between 2027 and 2028. I'm sorry, what'd you say, Mike?
No, I was just asking a question. Does it give you playing with networks of friends, right?
It depends. So some emulators you can play online, some you can't. It depends on the emulator themselves. Like RPCS3 for the PS3 does have network play compatibility. Others like the Switch emulator, as far as I'm aware, do not.
Okay, gotcha.
Twisted Metal Season 2 is apparently looking at a release of July 31st. Other than that, Street Fighter live action movie is looking to cast Andrew Koji and Noah Centineo as Ryu and Ken. So I don't know I don't know who really they are, but hey, who knows? We got actors.
It sounds familiar. Jukichi.
Doom: The Dark Ages has an Xbox Collector's Edition wrap, as well as Collector's Edition controllers that were announced and up for pre-order as is. The controllers actually look pretty fucking cool, in my opinion. The Xbox is just, like I said, it's not the system. It's literally just a skin that you put over the system. So, I mean, I'm surprised more consoles didn't just do that already. I'm surprised the PlayStation's not doing that. Rather than releasing a Collector's Edition console, they just released the Collector's Edition skin to put on the console. I feel like that's more reasonable. Definitely encourages people to buy it more too. Other than that, Ready or Not is getting a console port. It's expected to release in summer 2025. This game has been out on PC for a couple of years now. And not only is it getting a console port, but those console ports will be cross-play as well. So PC, PlayStation, and Xbox will be able to get into the field and work together to bring down some criminals. Now, for those of you that have never played Ready or Not, and these are the videos I want to show, because I want to show the trailer for this, me and my friends have played extensively Ready or Not for streams. And Ready or Not is a fun series. To explain a little bit, you play as a SWAT officer, basically doing as a cop does. You have to abide by the police rule of engagement, so you can't just go in guns blazing and light everybody up. You have to go in, order people to surrender. You have to save hostages. The wild thing is that some criminals, they'll put their weapon down and go to surrender, and then as you get closer, they'll reach for a pistol or reach for a knife and then go after you. Alternatively, you might go after a civilian and order them to surrender, and they might quickly pull out a smartphone, making you think they're pulling out a weapon. You might accidentally shoot them. Some criminals will try to run away from you. Some will try to shoot you. Some will behave differently. On top of that, too, the game gives you a basic understanding of the story and what's going on. Like, they'll tell you, all right, cool, we're going in, we're busting, it's a drug bust, we're going to get these guys. But what's actually going on is told to you through the map itself. So, for example, one of the maps, I'm trying to think of one in particular that was like, for example, there's one where you're told that it's like the, these are, I guess, like aggressive women that are holed up in small farmhouse, I guess. But as you're going through, you get the idea of who they are, and they're kind of little culty. They're going after men specifically who are sex abusers, essentially. Anybody who's abused women. And you, like I said, you realize all these little details by looking at parts of the map. You'll look at like pictures on the wall and things like that. And you start getting an idea of who they are. So this game tells its story through the map, which is really cool. There is some underlining things that kind of imply what the world is. And from what I've come to understand, it seems like this is a universe where the United States won Vietnam, and that your character might actually be someone who went through MK Ultra. So that adds to anything. So here, I'm going to play the video. Let me know if you guys see this.
Yep.
All right, let's go.
Guns. Action. Glory. If that's why you joined SWAT, wake the hell up.
911. What is your emergency?
You're not here to pull the trigger and ask questions later.
We've got reports of a number of armed individuals.
You must follow the rules of engagement.
We need to bring as many suspects back as we can.
Hostage situations. Bomb threats. Active shooters.
Drop the weapon and put your hands up!
But the life or death question is always, what's on the other side of that door?
Flashing it.
Does that feel like glory to you? We're not cowboys. We are not heroes. We are the last line of defense. Are you ready?
Fuck you!
So, yeah, that is Ready or Not. Oh my god. Here, just to give a little bit of... I don't know if you guys can still see. Okay, you can see this. So this is actually from a stream that me and my friends did. I do apologize, it's a little quiet. You may have to raise your volume a little bit just to be able to hear it. I didn't realize how quiet we were when we were streaming. So this is just to show a little bit of actual gameplay.
Oh no, it's loading. Hang on. Here comes the 73. Oh, things are happening. I see the helicopter.
I'm still at 100%. Oh, I hear something.
Am I not signed in on that account?
Oh yeah, we are on a helicopter.
Yes, sir.
I like how everyone looks like normal cops and then I'm like the exchange from the US Army.
You just rolled into the neighborhood? Well, you know what I'm gonna do, because I can't fucking see chat proper anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead. I just want to pull it up on my side so that way I can properly watch it. It'll be easier looking at that.
Point on that door.
You are secured, sir.
There we go.
Oh, I hear people.
I hear people too.
I hear dead
Anybody
people.
have a door peeker?
Oh, well, you guys already found civvies? Damn. Alright, hold on. I got a door peeker.
Oh, he's right there, so.
So this op, the mission was that we were sent in to clear a yacht that was owned by, like, I think, like Arabian oligarchs. They were taking people hostage. I believe Coast Guard was ordering them to go, dock, and they just weren't. So we had to deploy onto the boat in order to clear it out.
Luckily, we didn't have to.
This
See,
room...
everybody look at them cheeks. Look at them Nick cheeks.
Do you hear this music?
I hear music. Door looks clear.
Music, baby.
I don't see our names.
Not on our backs, because it's supposed to be.
No.
Lame. Oh, Jesus.
What's this? Press F to sound
Let's
horn.
two go downstairs and two go upstairs.
Roger.
Interact.
Standing with me.
Yep.
Raj, moving down.
All right, I'm on your 6.
Delirium. I want to put on your nanny cam before we move.
What about nanny cam?
Wait, there's an up?
There's an up, isn't there?
I think we were just on the up.
We have a doorway on the.
I got this office right here.
And starboard.
Yeah, Crusader, we'll get Oro back with us one of these days. It's just a matter of like timing, honestly.
So which way you guys want to go? You want to go front, starboard, or?
I mean, we gotta check all these doors, honestly. Let me hit this with the camera again real quick. I don't think anybody's home besides it's an office.
Just to mention this,
there is a couple
mad low on the video.
All right, so here's the thing, guys. So wait, I see someone. I got contact to the
yeah,
right
I think
side.
it was just when I was streaming, because literally,
he's by the window.
my audio's all the way up.
He's gonna be on the right.
So,
how do you guys want to do that?
Yeah, no, it was literally my stream. I don't know why it was. I had it as quiet as I did. I think I didn't realize.
How about this?
So I'm hoping. I gotta look at my other streams to make sure it wasn't like this.
Is he port side
Gotcha.
or starboard?
The right side of this door.
Okay, starboard.
Starboard. Okay. All right, Dan, you want to knock it?
I can only
Go ahead,
hear
knock.
what's going on through like the speaker. You have to type on the speaker.
Jesus Christ.
Oh no, I see Papadel on his back.
Oh, do you?
Wait.
Contact.
It's got, you know what it is? I think you have to pick the right chest.
I think.
All I see is like gear on this guy's back.
Yo, shut that guy.
I think you. We already failed the mission apparently. Hey, Alex, what's going on, bud? Let me see.
Rescue all civilians. You killed one.
Detain any unarmed. Yeah, someone died. Do we want to restart or do we want?
Yeah, let's restart.
Okay. I mean, granted, audio-wise, there's really not a lot of
What did I do? I didn't do nothing.
verbal context with the characters,
Who killed the civvy?
other than just simply giving orders to criminals and whatnot.
I didn't intend.
So that just gives an idea of what Ready or Not is and like how it plays out a little bit. It is, it's one of those games where it's slow-paced, but then it picks up real fucking quick. So you and your squad have to work together. You have to communicate. You have to be talking to each other. If you're not listening to each other, if you're not working together, it's gonna fall apart real freaking quick. Granted, so long as you're working together, you should be fine. Though, I mean, I've had some goofy moments. Like, I've learned how to kind of break the system and be able to do things that the game doesn't actually intend on you doing. Like this.
Move on.
Nick's doing the fucking the rail.
Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Jesus!
Da, 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 da. Thank God. Thank you for your service. Your country thanks you. He was like flex in the air. He went like, nah, I'm gonna send you directly to the ocean, you love.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Nick, you have to clip that.
I need to! Oh my god, that was the best one! Oh my god! Yeah. Some of the physics in this game is a little buggy. Enough to where I was able to take a criminal and launch her ass off the oil rig that we were fighting on. But nevertheless, I am very excited for the fact that it's going to be coming to not on console. It's a very good game. If you're into slow-paced RTS, honestly, I think this game is going to put Rainbow Six Siege to shame, in my opinion. Once it comes to console, I think it's nail in the coffin for Ready or Not. Rainbow Six. But that is all I have for you fine gentlemen tonight. And I'm going to pass it off.
All right. This was a pretty good episode, like I said, tonight. Actually, before we conclude this, I actually want to talk about some stuff, and actually see if you guys would agree here. All right. I have a video. And the video is centered on characters that would hate each other. All right, and I just wanted to see if you guys would agree with this, okay? Let me see. All right, you guys there?
Yep.
All right, do you guys know who You is? Like the show? You?
Me?
No, you.
I know, me.
Man. What about Dexter?
Which Dexter?
Famously, yes. Have not yet seen the show.
The straight up Dexter or Dexter's Lab?
Serial killer Dexter.
Yeah, serial killer Dexter.
Okay, yeah, I know who he is. I've just never watched it.
Okay, so that was the first two pairings, basically. Joe and Dexter. All right. So I know you guys haven't seen this stuff already, but like for me, I've seen Dexter. Dexter would have a wet dream about Joe. He would want to kill him so bad. So bad. So like those are characters that will really, if they crossed over into each other's show, oh man, it would be interesting. Let me see. Another one is Percy Jackson.
I can see what you mean by that. That the only thing I could see maybe more of a collab is if he had maybe like a relative, and then Joe fell in love with him and got like obsessed. And they kind of crossed paths that way. See what you mean? It's that would be a crazy collab episode.
Freaking, I'm just gonna let y'all see the video. All right, let me know when you see it. This is the last video tonight, guys. All right, ready?
You were good, sir.
Random characters that would not like each other, and oh boy, you want to talk about a hunt? Dexter would crash immediately if he ever found out about a brother like Joe. I'm almost positive there will never be a greater fight in Greek pantheon.
What y'all think?
I don't really know the characters too much, so I can't really speak.
I don't know the character on the left, but of course.
Y'all know who Percy Jackson is? Perseus?
Oh, is that who that is? Dude, I've never seen those movies. I have no idea.
History.
I meant to rewatch. Am I right?
Well, of course I know who God of War is. I thought you were talking about the first two characters. Nah, Percy Jackson, I don't really know anything about. So I mean, of course it's Kratos.
You're telling me that Perseus would fight against the one and only God of War himself, the ghost of Sparta? Yeah, and the crazy part, I know who getting that dub, and y'all not gonna like it. 10,000%.
Uncle Iroh and Pain.
Now they know full damn well he ain't want that. He don't want that smoke.
It ain't about verses. It's about who would hate each other.
Who would hate each other? They both understand what suffering is, though, so they can kind of relate in a kind of way.
But Iroh was more optimistic in the future, whereas Pain definitely wasn't.
Yeah, he just stuck. He's stuck in his ways of what the aftermath of his background was.
Their ideologies are completely different. Ooh,
Aaron and Dr. Doom.
Doom can just tell him, "Hey, man, it is what it is. You just shut the hell up." And if he even dares. So what I've seen in the anime of Aaron.
What does that mean though? What you say at first though? What was that like? What you saying? Like he was just shut up. Like what's that like? That didn't say
Like that. Like that's a threat. Like let's see what you got, and let's see if you can really stop doing. Because yeah, depending on which version it is.
Bro, it's not about fighting. It's just said they would hate each other.
But I'm saying it's going to escalate to a fight though.
But it's not about that. It's about the reason they would hate each other. Okay, so the reason they would hate each other is because Doctor Doom, regardless of the fact that he's killed people and stuff before, he generally wants to just control life. He would hate a person who wanted to do genocide. This is why he killed Doctor Doom. I mean, this is why he killed Thanos. You see what I'm saying here? Like it's not always about a fight specifically. It's like about ideology. If Doctor Doom and then were to cross over and Doctor Doom were to learn of the power that he possessed, then also what he did with it, he would definitely kill him specifically. Or try to kill him, but kill him because he hates him, or we'll see, what he did with it.
Okay.
Yeah, Doom would be exceedingly disappointed in this brother. Doom would just be like, are you telling me with all the power that you got, that's what you did? Ooh.
Nah. A burger.
Now I don't know about the character on the left, but
That
Punisher.
is, I have no enemies. Yes, you know exactly who that is. Thorfinn. Thorfinn and Frank Castle.
No Frank Castle, but I'm not familiar with that character on the left.
Thorfinn. Thorfinn.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, me too.
You say I ain't never seen a Villain Saga.
No.
Nope.
Villain Saga? Y'all never seen Villain Saga at all?
Heard of it.
The Viking anime?
Heard of it. Didn't watch.
Okay, damn. Okay, well, anyways, his philosophy is I have no enemies and stuff. And then Frank Castle being on the right, I'm pretty sure he would disagree. He would 1000% disagree.
Frank Castle's philosophy be fuck everyone. I have all but enemies.
Yeah.
Everybody in the picture, just say woosah. It took an insane spiritual journey for Thorfinn to come back from his dark ways of his younger childhood. But changing that brother there, good luck. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Naruto and Doflamingo, would they hate each other?
What he did, of course. Of course.
Oh yeah, well he does that to his own people and shit. So yeah, definitely
Yeah, it
Naruto would like him.
altered the memories. Yeah. Naruto would go a fit, but he turned to Nine Tails based on the conversation.
They would beef like no other. Just like Luffy and Doflamingo beef, Naruto not standing for nothing this brother got going on. They are two complete opposite sides of the spectrum. But I would pay the big bills to see a good prime Naruto beat the brakes off of Doflamingo. Ooh, can we get a crossover event where
Batman and Tony.
I would definitely like to see that.
mind of Batman is tested against superior Iron Man? Oh, buddy. Oh, nah.
Damn.
I mean, Adrian's got his own level of problems. Let's just be honest. Drugs, narcissism, killed his own girlfriend. Who's the other dude on the right?
Ooh. We gonna play his biggest hits. What's the nigga name? What's his name? What?
Forgot.
Tobias.
Yeah. Tobias.
Stand down. You have no idea what you are getting yourself into trying to mess with that S-tier battle roaster. I can definitely see these two having a crazy first interaction.
Oof. I don't know about that one. Boy. Ooh. If we're talking about final form, now I'm kind of almost leaning towards ice.
I'm not sure why they would hate each other though.
Yeah.
Right.
And Eisen thinking shit sweet. Thinking that brother just another hollow. Oh boy. And I can confirm to you that brother Denji would hunt Naoya to the ends of earth. And as fun as that may seem, like, you're gonna want to leave that brother alone too, because that brother is a true...
I know that is on the left. I'm not sure about on the right.
Yeah, I don't either.
Problem. Eisen, this is not the hollow you've been looking for. You messed around and found the wrong one. But I could definitely see them having a cool interaction. This is definitely a pretty...
I got
the
one
Lightning Thief versus Kratos, that would be an epic battle. Along with Dexter versus Joe, this is just too fire.
I got one for
Right
you.
here.
You hear me?
What'd you say?
Because I got one for you. MLK and Magneto.
That's more of a like a, like
They
that's
would
more like a you
would
feel me?
definitely hate
Like
each other.
you know, really, bro? Like
You know
that's so
they
like.
You know they would. You know they would. Like of course he all stands for peace. Magneto, like, man, what? Man, I almost called genocide on that my first film. I ain't about peace with none of these people. You see my point? Like, yeah, they would definitely hate each other. Definitely hate each other.
No, I don't know. I don't know why. Like, just, but you. I don't know. I'm dead from that one. I'm dead. He just killed me for that one.
Hey.
Mm. No, yeah, you just killed. You still dead for that one tonight. Yeah, I'm a. hmm. Think you got anything to say to the people?
Nikki there.
Not much other than if you enjoy games like Ready or Not or goofy indie games like Schedule 1, I play them over on my channel, Nick Mal streaming on Twitch, and Nick Mal Graham on Instagram, Nick Mal on YouTube, and I will see you lads and lasses on over there.
Gerard Fitness Lifestyle or Mike in the Daylight Saving Time, of course. As always, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. If you're into meal plans, words of affirmation, or tailored fitness tailored to your needs and schedule, message me about page my channel. Again, it's Gerard Fitness. See you guys next time.
And this is AC Slater with That Damn Podcast on Instagram, That Damn Podcast on Spotify, That Damn Pod on YouTube with That Damn Podcast, period. Y'all already know. Follow us on all those platforms. Like, comment, reach out. You already know where it goes. And you can follow the Discord as well, too. That Damn Pod Empire. But we're gonna send links out to that, so watch out for that one. Now, we'll be back with Tuesday's episode, and we'll be back on camera. Other than that, we will see you then.
Have a good night, guys.